Hey, Mike with Marketing Systems by Design here, the channel where we help cleaning business owners generate more traffic, leads, and sales for their business with digital marketing. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on those bell notifications to get the latest updates of new tips and training to help you build a profitable business online. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to get more medical industry leads for your commercial cleaning business. So let's get into it. So first thing that you need to understand is that when it comes to generating medical industry leads, there's more to it than just marketing. So you need a lot of foundation, training, and things in place for your cleaning business first before you dive into the marketing. So we'll talk about that first here to get you set up properly. So one thing is that you're going to need a higher level of training for your cleaning technicians. So they're going to need to know how to deal with things like bloodborne pathogens. Other things that you're going to need is more advanced PPE or personal protective equipment. And so that can basically consist of things like rubber gloves, eyewear, face masks, or even isolation gowns that your cleaning technicians need to wear in the hospital. Also, some of the additional training that you're going to need is things like high touch cleaning training. And so basically in a medical environment, it's much more important to focus on sanitation when cleaning the hospital rooms and areas of the hospital. So you want to focus on these high touch areas, which are basically things like door handles, light switches, the restrooms, also things like the beds or tray tables or even the adjustment buttons or nurse call buttons, right? So you need to focus on making sure that those things are effectively cleaned because they're one of the most frequently touched areas, again, hence that high touch area. So make sure that your cleaning technicians understand that process. Also, you want to understand the process of hot zone cleaning. And so basically, if there's patients in rooms, the hot zone is basically the closest parts, the closest areas to those patients. So typically, again, that's going to consist of like the hospital beds, the bed frames, tray tables, devices right around the patients. So when cleaning these areas, you need to start with the hot zone first and then kind of work your way away from that patient. And that's the process that your cleaning technicians need to understand and be able to go through when cleaning in medical facilities. Another thing that you really need to understand is isolation cleaning. So these patients are sick, they could be contagious, and so you're gonna need that protective equipment obviously in place, but then there's specific procedures that you need to follow as well because some of these pathogens that these patients have might be airborne, so you need to take specific precautions with that as well. So making sure that doors are always closed, making sure that you have a priority of cleaning the equipment and sanitizing the equipment in the room, frequent hand washing for the employees, among other things. Now, again, this is very important because if your cleaning technicians are getting sick or they don't feel safe, it's going to lead to high turnover, potentially even lawsuits for your company. So you want to make sure that you have that foundation training in place as well. Another thing that they should know is really the process of how to clean rooms when they're occupied. So you want to first ask for permission to enter the room. Then you really want to be very descriptive of who you are, why you're cleaning the room, what you're doing in the room, and then also letting them know how long you're going to actually be there because you don't want to be intrusive, and your cleaning technicians really need to know that process to make sure that patients feel that they're comfortable when you're cleaning their hospital rooms. Now, another step that you want to jump into before you go into marketing your cleaning business to attract medical leads is just understanding the process of how to get medical facilities as cleaning clients. A lot of people have the mistaken thoughts that they basically can jump into these huge medical facilities on day one, and that's not really the case. You need to start small and work your way up to the process. Again, getting higher level, higher quality bigger facilities, they need to see that you have a proven track record of results. Like, you wouldn't expect, if you've never cleaned a 10,000 square foot building, to somehow just jump to a 50,000 square foot building. It's a process, and you need to develop that skill set and have that experience before these medical facilities are going to take you seriously. So start small and work your way up. Now, one way to do this is actually to start off with things like dental offices, for example. This might be a little easier way to get your foot in the door in the medical industry, because it's going to have some of the similar type procedures as like a hospital, but it's not as serious. So you're still going to need some of the cleaning practices. You're probably still going to run into things like bloodborne pathogens, but the level compared to a hospital or the sanitation needs aren't necessarily as high in like a dental office as compared to a full-blown hospital. So starting small, working with these small dental offices, or again, even starting with small kind of private practices, small medical offices, and then just continuing over time to move into bigger and bigger facilities is really the process that you need to go. Another thing to understand is that a lot of medical facilities will have in-house cleaners, and so it might be harder to win those contracts and get into those buildings, but there's really a unique opportunity where sometimes these cleaning services will be outsourced to other people. So this can be a great way to, again, get your foot in the door in these medical facilities and really prove yourself. And so try and find these subcontracting opportunities where you can maybe clean a small part of the medical facility and then prove that you do a good job, have great service, and eventually that could lead into you taking over more and more of the cleaning services within that medical facility. So again, just start small with these dental offices and smaller private practices, and then you can really work your way up into these larger facilities. With all this in mind and the foundation now in place to get these medical facilities as clients, you want to move on to the marketing aspect. And so there's a couple different ways that you can effectively market your cleaning business to get these medical facility leads. Now, the first thing that you want to do is actually create industry pages on your cleaning business website. So this is important because people need to know that you service medical facilities, right? You know, somebody might be searching locally in their area for a commercial cleaning business, and if they come to your website and you don't mention anything about cleaning medical facilities or your experience or your technicians having training doing that, the likelihood that they're going to reach out to you or request an estimate or have a walkthrough is very slim. So you want to have these industry pages where you talk about the medical facility services that you provide. So again, you want to highlight things like your cleaning technician trainings, the safety procedures that you do, the processes that you walk through, because people want to know that you know what you're doing, and this can be a great way to establish that. So not only do you have industry pages, but have services listed as well. So services that are related to that medical industry niche, that can go a long way to, at least when people get to your website, they know that you serve their audience and they're in the right place, and they have a higher likelihood to reach out to you at that point. Another big factor in addition to this to create credibility is listing out different certifications and maybe even the people that you work with or have serviced in the medical industry. So obviously ask for permission first, but if you already have clients in the medical industry, dental offices, small practices, or even larger hospitals, whatever the case might be, if you can list those, put their logos on your site, you know, customers we serve, something along those lines, people will at least know then that you already do service the medical industry, and this can really increase your likelihood and improve your credibility that people are going to reach out to you to clean their medical facilities. The next step that you want to do is actually create medical industry content that's specific to their pain points, their problems, and helping them get better results with cleaning their hospital. So again, like I said, you can use blog posts are a great way to do it, where you're going to tackle common issues that these medical facilities run into in regards to cleaning. So again, you might create a post that's something along the lines of like the top 5 mistakes most people make when cleaning hospital rooms and how to avoid them, right? That could be a piece of content that you create. Or another option that you can do is actually create specific lead magnets that are ideal for the medical industry or medical niche. Again, if you're not familiar with lead magnets, it's just something of value you give away for free. It might be a free download, an ebook, a video series, an audio training, various different things. A checklist can be a great option too. So you give this away for free in exchange for your target market's name, email, and phone number. And this gives you an opportunity to then follow up with them where they might not necessarily be ready to request an estimate the first time they visit your website, but if you have a helpful resource that they can download, you can generate that lead and start building and developing that relationship. Again, you might make a checklist of the quality control steps for hospital cleaning and you give that away for free. So it gives you that opportunity to start generating those targeted leads, and people come to your website based on that content that you've built out, those industry pages, the service pages that are related to the medical industry. And once they get to your site, they see all this information, they see you're a credible resource, you know what you're talking about, and this can be a great way to start to generate more medical facility leads for your cleaning business. So again, guys, hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And once again, if you haven't done so, be sure to subscribe and turn on those bell notifications to get the latest videos on helping you build a profitable cleaning business with digital marketing. And if you're struggling to generate more leads for your cleaning business, maybe you feel like you've run out of clients and you need more, right? We actually put together a free video training on the top 10 lead sources for cleaning business owners. So if you'd like to get more high quality leads for your cleaning business, click the link below this video and download that free video training on the top 10 lead sources for cleaning business owners. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.